All right, welcome guys to the first episode of the Glass Panel podcast. This is going to be a show that the four of us are going to have just a random topic to talk about. It can be something serious or funny, philosophical, about religion, about eating ass, like Osada will probably have. Um,
Hey,
so we actually started the podcast like not too long ago already, and we were talking about like the first topic we were talking about was like what we thought about death, like are we afraid of it or stuff like that. And my fucking power in my house like shut down, so like all of the
oh,
shit that I recorded like did not save. So like I'm super salty about that. Um,
super. All of
yeah,
us.
it was like a good ass conversation too. So like I
It
don't
was.
know.
It was prime time.
Yeah, dude. But anyway, let me introduce the panel again. First up, we got. Should I even fucking say like your guys' nicknames again? Like I don't even fucking know.
No, fuck it.
Yeah.
We'll get to it eventually. It'll come up.
Yeah. We got fucking Osato over there. Zim for short.
Hey!
Um, we got Kun, Kumar. What's good?
What's up? What's up?
Cool. Cool.
And we got Blunt Master Brooks and Josh over there.
What's happening?
What's good? All right, so yeah, like I said, we're all four of us are gonna give like a topic to the panel to talk about. Hopefully, this fucking goes right this time. Um, so I had to think of a new topic on the spot, and this one is not as dark as the first one. So, all right, so my topic is I want to know what is like the worst like injury or pain that you guys have ever felt in your life. Um, so for me, like I've gotten two tattoos which like they're painful but they're not that bad. Um, I've broken a couple bones, so it's not like that bad. I've also like this is probably like a story for another time, but I've also kind of like broke my dick when I was in middle school.
She was
Um,
fat.
nah, it wasn't like that. Uh, I'll probably tell you guys like eventually if that ever comes up again. But the thing that I remember as being like the most painful is having kidney stones. Like that shit
Oh,
fucking sucks, man. Um,
oh shit. That
it's
shit
not even
always
it's not
sucks.
even like that it just like hurts a lot. It's just like so goddamn uncomfortable because like what it is that you just like 24/7 you have the feeling of like you got to take a piss and you can't. So it's like just imagine you having that feeling that you got to piss but you don't need to. Like literally for hours, dude. It's like
Yeah,
literally drove me fucking crazy.
that would
Um
suck.
yeah, dude. It was fucking bad.
How do you
So,
even get kidney stones?
I think it's just from like drinking a lot of soda.
Bro,
Yeah.
you were
Well, it's
sipping
like a
that fucking
buildup of
perk. That's what you were
minerals.
doing.
What happened?
It's like a buildup of minerals and shit in your
Yeah.
kidneys.
Yeah.
Like from like sodium and calcium, shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, so I've heard
Damn.
like
Dude, I was always scared to get those.
yeah, dude, it's fucking
That shit scared
terrifying.
the fuck out of me when I heard about them. My science teacher, she like described them in the most horrific fucking way. I swear it almost made me pass out in the middle of class. She was like, do you know those little spurs you see on plants that stick to your clothes? Those little spiky ones? She's like, imagine that coming out of your pee hole. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, dude. She's like, yeah, that could be blood. And that's when I almost lost it. I almost just like, I turned white and I almost fell over.
To like a
Jesus.
fucking ghost.
Right?
I've seen Josh like fucking pale before. That shit's funny. I digress, but like I just gotta mention this shit, bro. Like high school, high school. This fool, like he was about to beat this kid's ass, bro. He got hood as fuck and pale as fuck, bro. It was so. I was like, oh shit. He said, What the fuck did he say, bro? He was like, fuck. He said, say it to my fucking face. I dare you say it to my face. I was like, I was just stood there. I was like, damn, have I ever gotten that angry? But again, I digress. But yeah, bro, fuck
So
kidneys.
yeah, so
Hey,
like
hey,
what comes to mind for like
yeah,
you guys? Like what's like the worst pain you guys ever felt?
damn, the worst pain.
I don't even know. I think, yeah, I had fucking swimmer's ear, bro, for like 2 weeks. Like that's when, like, if you get water in your ear and you don't empty it out, and it becomes dirty as fuck, and there's a bunch of bacteria. And I literally had to sleep on the right side of my body for 2 weeks and put drops in my left ear and just have it come down into my ear and clean it out. And
Damn.
that shit hurts. Like it doesn't sound painful. That shit was so. I've been hit in the face with a golf club, and it didn't at all amount to the amount of pain I felt from fucking swimmer's ear.
Did your mom hit you with the golf club?
Bruh,
Damn.
that would be an automatic
Mine either.
suplex. Nah. Um, I fucking was on the golf team in fifth grade, and
What?
some
I didn't know that.
stupid little bitch, she fucking threw the golf club up in the air after swinging. And the dumbass thing is, I watched it come down. I was
You really got
watching it
hit bad with a
spin in
golf
the
club?
air like a fucking idiot, and the shit smacked me. Like the next thing I knew, I was getting up, and my fucking face was numb. Like there was no
Wow.
pain whatsoever. I only cried because there's like a shit ton of blood. And her expression when she saw my face, bro. Like she was laughing and everything until I took my hands off my face. She looked so disgusted. And I was just like, oh fuck, am I missing like three eyes? Even though I only have two? What the hell's going on?
Dude, I'm
Man,
still
I work with
tripping
a
over
guy
the
who got hit
fact
in the head
that
with a
you
golf
were in the
club.
golf club.
Bro, that was the first sport I ever wanted to go pro in, bro. Like my dad was like, yeah, you could be Tiger Woods. Unaware that Tiger Woods is actually a fucking pussy, but
He's
just
good though.
whatever. Bro, I haven't heard about that fool in a minute, other than like his divorce or him cheating or some shit.
Dude,
Yeah.
didn't he get like smacked by like a golf club too? By like
Yeah,
his like
his wife
Swedish
did.
wife? Yeah, dude. His Swedish wife
Are
beat
you
the fuck out of
serious?
him.
Whooped
Yeah.
his ass.
Yeah.
He was sleeping and
Bro,
she just
if
came in with it.
anybody ever hit me with a, I was thinking about straight up strangling that little hoe. Let me chill. All right,
Whoa,
Yeah,
dude.
I work with a guy who got hit in the head with a golf club and was in a coma for 6 months.
Damn.
God,
Yeah. He got fucking they hit him in the head with a golf club and then fucking ran him over.
Dude, that kind
what the
of
fuck?
What
that kind
the
of
fuck?
Yeah, dude.
that kind of goes
He
into
was
like what we were talking
he was
about like with death. Like are comas kind of like what's the deal with fucking comas, man? Like are you just like in the void during that whole time when you're out?
Bro,
like
you're
you're like
probably in a
you're
dream.
right. Exactly. Like how I was saying,
Fuck.
like how you're just like in the imagining.
But
You know,
time
you're just
probably moves
imagining
by
stuff.
way quicker. I
Yeah,
mean, like
dude.
in the dream. You know what I'm
That's what I'm
saying? Like you
thinking.
probably wake up and you'll be like, oh shit, it's like 2018.
Bro, bump
Right,
that. Yeah,
right.
me and Kumar literally were going off of that shit last night.
That's what
Like,
he said. That's actually what he told me at work. He was like I last thing I remember, I got hit in the head with a golf club and I woke up in the hospital. He was
Yeah.
like that's what it felt like to me.
damn.
I was
So is
like I was
coma like chill?
like
I'm just saying, like, could I just be like, yo, fuck my life at this point. I want shit that I want to have
you'll
flying
probably
cars.
hurt a
So
lot when you
just,
wake up.
bro.
I don't know. Can you be in a coma for like for that long for like until the future? Is that even possible?
I
I
don't know,
mean,
I
man.
think that's
we
happened.
said,
People have been in comas for like years, right?
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure.
I've heard of shit like that.
Yeah.
Didn't that guy in
Well, that
fucking
can happen in a
Futurama?
couple
Oh,
years.
Damn.
that's wild, bro.
Kuar,
Fucking,
what's the most pain you've ever felt?
Yo, I really don't get injured. I make sure, dude. I like make sure I don't do shit that like
Yeah,
causes me to
right.
fucking get injured. But when I was mad young, when I was like 10 or some shit, I like I like jumped off my fucking my kitchen my kitchen table and like sprained my ankle.
You tried to fly.
Nah, alright. So my cousin told me she would catch me. And I'm so fucking foolish for falling for that shit, dude. She was smaller than me. I was like, maybe she could probably catch me and I'll be alright. But she like sidestepped and like I fucking
Damn.
landed. I landed on my fucking foot and they had to take me to the hospital.
Dude, she's a dick
I
for
was
that.
crying.
That's
Bro,
so fucked
I
up.
should have, alright, to be honest, I should have like figured out in my mind, like, oh, she's smaller than me. She obviously can't catch me.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was like, I was mad young though, but I was like, I sprained my ankle and it was like, I had this cast on and shit. It was not a big deal though. I mean, that's probably the worst pain I've experienced though.
Yeah. What about
Yeah.
you, Josh?
For me, like anytime I got hit in the nuts, that shit hurt.
Yeah.
But there was this one time where I was riding my bike and then I like I would do these burnouts, but I didn't have brakes, so like I had to like turn the bike a little bit at the beginning, and like I would like burn the tire out on the ground or whatever. Do that squeak thing.
Yeah.
So then one day I went to do it, and I turned the handlebars too much right at the beginning, so the entire bike just went sideways, and I was in this blacktop parking lot at this Christian school, and then fucking I turned the handlebars and the bike went sideways, and whack, I just slammed my face on the ground, and my
Damn.
fucking like the whole side of my face was like all scratched up, and then my lip fucking got all puffy because I slammed that shit, and I still got the scar here. That shit
Damn.
hurt.
Did your head like bounce off the fucking street?
I'm pretty sure, dude. Like, I do. Oh, dude, the funniest part though, on my bike, I had green handlebars and like a bright pink bike seat, and the bike was gray, but and I had like some like I had my long hair, and when that happened, I fucking it was like on Saturday, so I was the next day, and then I went to school the next day, and then I saw my buddy in class, and he was like, "Damn, what happened to your face?" And he was like, "Oh no, I saw that happen. I was with my grandma, and we drove past." And then he just started busting out laughing. And then he's like, "Dude, I'm sorry, but when that happened, my grandma, she looked at me, she said, oh, did you see that little girl just fall?" Oh my god, I was laughing so
Damn, dude.
hard. That was fucking awesome. I couldn't help but laugh.
Dude, if I ever saw her on the street, it'd be over for her, man. I'd be like, oh, you call me a fucking girl? All right, all right.
Right? I'm gonna go find her. When
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
You could RKO them.
I'll never forget that shit.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. All right, so who wants to go next with their topic?
I'll fly through the nest for a little bit.
I don't even know what that
Fine.
means, but okay.
That was a weird
Listen,
euphemism,
I'll,
bro.
I'll
Yeah.
throw some fucking lettuce on that burger, boy.
I mean, all
I'll
right.
butter some of that toast with a fork.
He's here.
I'll tie that shoe with the black laces. I'll go.
What the fuck?
All right, man.
Say it.
I mean, hurry up,
Um,
man.
Acting like a
I
dunce.
mean, it's that what? Chill,
That's
come
right.
on, bro.
Hey, I
Chill.
fucking agree.
Bird brain motherfucker.
Damn.
Bro, I didn't even mean to say that. JT was actually gonna say that to you first, but I told him not to because it was cruel.
Nah, you're
Just
not a
go.
bird.
Just go.
He took it to heart. Um, well, this is something that you guys have been waiting for. We already know what topic I'm gonna bring up, so I might as well just enlighten the crowd. Um, so if you're a professional lover like me, I love being loved. I love to show love, anything my girl wants, I give her, even if that
Alright.
means, a couple handcuffs or
Stop buttering up the fucking crowd, man.
some anal
Buttering up
beads.
too much.
Anyways, uh, JT here is so opposed to anything to do with the butt. It's remarkable. I've talked to Kumar, I've
Wait, you
talked
should
to
clear that up.
Josh.
Like, never mind, keep going.
Who's not about eating ass, bro? In this time of day,
Me, bro.
it's 2017,
Yes.
bro.
Bro,
It's
you know what you'll
2017.
get from that?
Bro, I
You'll
feel
get
like I'd
E.
like die or some
coli
shit.
and salmonella.
For real,
Bro,
dude.
Yeah.
you guys are tripping, bro.
Alright, look. If she got an enema and a bleached asshole, then maybe.
Like, it's gonna be like
But
on
like the
another
enema
level.
has to be mad fresh. Like you did that shit 10 minutes prior to us, like, doing that thing.
Of course.
Mm,
You
But
But
gotta be
no, dude,
underwater.
like, not spontaneous. No way. Like, I don't know what
tripping.
you have.
You have to be in the moment for it to get anything out of it. I mean, you go into work and your boss says you're getting a $5 raise. You eat my ass this second.
for
$5
five
an
dollars?
hour?
Five
Plus
dollar
five?
raise, bro.
No.
What?
Nah.
Bro, she could tell me 50 cents. I'll go ham.
Look,
6 grand on the spot.
there's a simple reason why I won't do it. Something that's terrified me ever since I fucking heard it was in middle school, this girl that I knew, she had sex with her boyfriend, and she shitted on his fucking dick. Like,
Oh,
like,
Yo, I remember this conversation.
yeah, I remember that
Bro,
girl.
you
yes.
can't be doing it with any reckless hoes. Like,
Well,
that's bullshit, bro. That's
dude,
bullshit.
when you're having sex, like sometimes, man, they can't fucking control their ass. That's just the way it
What are you
goes.
talking about? No. When
That's
has
just the
that
way.
ever? No. How do you get
Some people,
mixed up with the feelings inside your body? You think you're about to orgasm, but it's really a turd?
Hey, I mean that happens.
well,
Bro, I don't even like. Okay, so if you're not even about eating ass, I guess I understand the hygiene point, but you wouldn't even try anal.
Nah,
nah,
nah.
not
Come
without.
on, I don't think I heard you say anything, bro. You're
Nah,
down too,
probably
right?
not. No,
Bro,
alright,
don't
look.
let them influence you, bro.
I'm
You're
not.
down.
No, this is what I'm thinking. Like, dude, I don't know, dude. The whole shitting thing is what scares me too.
Exactly.
Like, do you get gonorrhea from that shit? Like, I don't understand. Could you?
You get something.
Like chlamydia? Like
Maybe.
some STD from like shit being on your dick? I mean, like, I'm being real.
Yeah,
I've never looked it up. I've
Yeah.
never looked it
I'm
up.
sure there is.
So I
Yeah,
wouldn't
there's.
know. Like,
I
I'm not
know.
trying to get infected.
Look up.
And plus,
Look
like,
up. Trichinosis. That's like
bro.
what the girl will get
But
or
like,
something.
don't they have to like put like a needle up your dick if you get gonorrhea or some shit? Or is it
Yo,
chlamydia?
what is going? I didn't think you got any of those from
Oh yeah.
partaking in that activity.
Hey, man, you need
Nah,
to stay
dude.
A
I'm
woke.
lot,
I'm I'm
dude.
trying to be safe as fuck.
Yeah,
Straight up.
me too.
Okay,
And it's
so
the
you
same
guys
thing.
aren't about.
It's the same thing for eating ass, man. Like I'm not. If they fucking
Not
rip
trying to
one while I'm
ingest.
down there, like that's it, man. Game over. Like I might get pink eye from that. I might fucking throw up. Like, nah, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not
dude.
trying.
If she farts in your mouth, dude, I throw up instant.
Yeah,
Like, gag reflex would just be like out of control.
Bro,
It goes straight up your nose.
exactly. See, I'm
For
just
real.
not.
Yeah, for real.
I'm not about it. Osato, on the
alright,
other
so
hand, man, he
bro, I
doesn't care.
haven't. No, I haven't
He
even
doesn't
done
care.
anything. I'm just
More power
curious
to him.
why you wouldn't.
Hey,
You
man,
know,
more power to you.
like
Just like
you,
Kumar said.
bro. I'm not even down for ass things either. I was just trying to play
Yeah.
devil's advocate.
Look,
You know what I mean?
let me tell you guys a little something. As long as I've known Osato, he's always been he's been like, hey, my name's Osato. I like to eat ass. Literally,
Bullshit,
this guy
bro.
does not shut up
Bullshit.
about eating ass.
Yo, JT's opposed to fucking making love to someone who's taken, so I feel like that's kind of
Yeah,
worse.
nah,
That's definitely worse.
that's debatable.
Because that could mean you kind of roll the other way.
What?
What?
How does that even make sense?
Bro, free vagina
Wait,
delivered to him via Snapchat.
Oh,
And he
I
said,
wouldn't do it either. I wouldn't do it either.
"Yo, you guys
no,
are
it just shows
tripping."
he has morals.
yeah.
For real, dude. I mean, I'm not trying to
But
fuck
it's
on someone's
2017
bitch.
though. It's 2017.
2017, so you gotta be a piece of shit.
Yes.
Damn.
That's true, dude.
Yes. You have
Yeah.
to be a piece of shit. How do
Nah,
you get
fuck that.
ahead?
That's what they want.
Yeah, that's what they want.
He said, That's
Exactly.
what they want.
Yo,
Look,
it's a conspiracy.
like I've told you guys before, I just don't want to be a cuck. It's like simple as that.
Oh.
Okay.
So
Yo,
if
but
she,
you
bro, all
for
you had to
sure.
be
He knows about it though.
Oh no. Well, I don't know.
exactly,
I don't.
bro.
Honestly,
All you
Well,
I
have to
that
don't
do
would
is
make
know.
you a cuck.
send
Well,
one
what if she
text and be
did?
like, is your dude gonna
Well,
be in
if
the
he
car?
knew, then just be like, nah, I don't want to. I mean, it's simple. Like, cuckolding is a weird concept to me. I don't understand.
Exactly.
I don't understand like the concept. Like, why? How do you get off on that?
Right? Like seeing another dude fucking go to town on your girl, like how is that attractive? I would be pissed too, dude. I would beat the shit out of him.
What what if you found out after the fact, like you decided you
track
wanted
him
to do
down.
it, and
I'd
all
go
of a
man
sudden
hunting.
you
Alright,
walk
wait,
out
wait.
and the dude's like, "Hey, good job, JT."
What if it's like what if it's a female? If you found your girl with a female though, would it be different?
I'd be like, all right, just not.
All right,
Nah, I think I'd
that's.
still be pissed a little bit. I'd
But
be
would you
less
whoop her
pissed.
ass?
Would I
That's
whoop
the
her
question.
ass? No. What the fuck? That's like abuse. I'm not trying to go to jail for that shit.
Yeah.
But you would whoop the dude?
Nah.
Are you sure?
I might.
I
It
don't know,
depends
dude.
on
Like,
the situation.
alright, like, it would depend, like, on the moment. Like, I'm just thinking about it. Like, what would
All
I
these
do in that
factors.
situation? Like, would I beat the dude's ass or would I just be like, fuck it? I think I'd just say fuck it and just leave that girl that I'm seeing.
Yeah,
If
What
I
if you
ever,
know
like,
he can
if
take
that
you?
ever happened to me, then I'd be like, yo, we're over.
I feel
Like,
you.
that's it. Like, just delete her
The high
number off
road.
my phone. Don't want to talk to her ever again.
What if it's your friend? What if JT, you just walk in and JT's
If it was
going to
JC,
work?
I'd whoop JT's ass. If it was JC, if it was a fool that I knew, dude, I don't give a fuck if you're stronger than me. I'd whoop your ass, dude.
Yo, true.
That's why I'm trying to fucking build my fucking, like, I'm trying to build my physique right now, dude. I'm gonna come through, I'm gonna come back, and you're gonna see me swole as fuck. And then, like, if y'all try to pull some shit on me, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. But I know you
What?
guys wouldn't do it. So, like, that's,
Yeah.
like, a very, like, that's a very, like, weird scenario that would never happen. To me, at least. I would think.
Right. As far
I
as your
mean, I can't really make promises, but I can assure you that I would let you know beforehand.
That's like even
I'm
worse, man.
joking,
Like,
Kumar. I'm joking.
yo, Kumar is low
Chill.
key pissed right now.
He's so chill, man. It's a joke. I'm not gonna.
I'm not pissed. I'm fine. Like, I'm good. I'm sipping on some Gatorade.
Bro, there's fucking lean in there, bro. You're sipping right now.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
You're sipping, bro.
You know, oh shit, I dropped Gatorade in my fucking shit, dude. God damn it.
what?
You got me
He's
fucked up. I
tripping
dropped
right now.
Gatorade, bro. I just dropped Gatorade all over my fucking. It wasn't a lot though. All over my comforter.
Alright.
The cheetah print comforter.
Damn.
Yeah.
Come on, why
He
would you
does
admit
have
to
one.
that? Why? Come on, man.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's on the comforter.
Who's got next? for the topic?
All
Alright.
right. I think, or yeah, you can
You
go.
go, you go, you go.
Or you want me to go? All right.
Yeah,
So
for
I was
sure.
thinking, it's gonna go back to kind of being serious.
All
Hell
right.
yeah,
So
dude.
like, so where do you guys see yourself in like the next 10 years? Like, are you right now? Are you coasting through life, or do you have a plan for yourself? What do you have in mind for your
That's what I need
future?
to think about.
If I don't blow up within the next 2 years doing some dumbass shit on the internet, I'm probably gonna try and join the adult film industry.
I mean, I can see that.
Yeah, I can come up with names so easily, bro.
I mean, what would your name be? Would it just be Zim?
Bro,
Mandingo's mini me.
imagine I'm gonna wear antennas on my head too, dude. Who doesn't want to see that?
I mean, I
Bro, what
don't.
on you?
Nah,
You guys are tripping. You a little
he's gonna
green
be.
skinned, swole ass motherfucker
Call
walks
yourself
in.
Mini Mandingo.
Yeah.
What the fuck? There's nothing mini about me.
Dude, Mandingos are
Probably is.
fucking. They're usually the ones who do the cucks, right?
Are you serious?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
dude. I
I
think
just
so.
threw out a name. I just
Aren't
threw
the
out a name.
Mandingos like the huge ass motherfuckers?
Yeah, but they do cucks too.
How does that work?
I don't know. But, alright, so Asado said he's gonna be a Mandingo.
Are you for real though? Like I was being serious about this. I don't think you're being serious about
Bro,
this.
I plan on either. Again, if I don't blow up within the next 2 years, bro, doing some stupid ass shit, I mean, we'll see. I'll probably just fucking go to school like my parents want me to, which is pretty lame to me, but you do what you gotta do.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what I plan. I have kind of a plan for myself. I want to go to school. I'm going to school currently. I took the semester off though, but yeah, I want to finish my associates, and like at this community college, and then like transfer over to a university, and then hopefully finish my bachelor's and like go to school for law. But on the side, I'm also doing some shit like, you know, rapping.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I saw
yeah,
those.
Yeah, I love how, like, we've all had, like, I don't know, we just, at some point of our life, we all had, like, that rap part of our lives. Like, I think that's pretty dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
I think I
bro.
might
JT, you
go right
especially.
Yeah, I remember, bro. I'm telling you, short
JT has
swimmer.
bars. If your audience doesn't know, JT has bars.
Dude,
Literally, go
Don't
on
let, don't let,
SoundCloud,
don't
Tommy
let the.
JTV.
For
chill,
Throw
real.
him up.
dude.
There's
He
too
has
hard.
bars. Watch JT delete the fucking SoundCloud as soon as like the
Bro,
episode
I'll
comes out.
literally do
Nah,
this. I'm gonna record it right after this podcast, so you can't do it. I'm just gonna
nah, I won't do
re-upload
that.
Just download all this shit, YouTube or a SoundCloud to MP3.
it. But
Alright, so like after high school, like I've just been like coasting, like how you put it, Kumar, just like coasting my way through like life. Like I've been literally just been like working and like that's it. Like I didn't know like I honestly did not know what I wanted to do like for a profession. Like at first I thought it was music, and then I thought it was like something with video games, and then like I don't know, like I went back and forth with like so many shit that I couldn't decide on. But then like I don't know, like this month or last month, I just like it came to me that like writing is like what I want to do. Like I want to write like fucking books and shit like that. It was like
yeah,
it was like one of those things that like it was so obvious. It's been shit that I've been doing like my entire life with like rapping, for instance. Like I've been writing for like my whole life, but like I don't know why it just never clicked with me. Like oh shit, like this is something like I'm actually good at and like passionate about. And like I don't know, it's like I fucking hate it that like it took me this long to like actually like come to that realization, but I don't know. I'm just glad that I've actually, finally found something that like I'm gonna go to school for and like,
So like,
pursue.
yeah.
do all of you have like a set goal in mind, or do
Nope.
you guys like? All right. Does anyone here have like no like they have no ambition whatsoever or like no direction that they like no clear direction that they have
I
Yeah,
have
for
ambition,
themselves.
but I don't
that's
have a
me
clear
for sure.
direction.
Like I'm just like I just have a job right now just so I can get a car, so I can
Yeah.
like go find another, just so I can go
Yeah.
find another job that like is better. But like
It's
right
so
now I'm just
weird.
trying
Like I
to
was thinking
do
about like the people that like just have jobs and shit, but have like no like they have like no. They just
yeah.
do it just to get money. Like it's not something that they were like looking forward to when they were like 10 or 11,
I don't know, but no,
like a
that
desk
that shit
job
was
and
like
shit. But you know, but it's like
that was
reality
ruined
though.
for me. That was ruined for me earlier, and like earlier in school, cause like I don't know, I was never that like the fucking the good student. I was never at the top of the class and shit. So like
Yeah.
I was always
I
kind of
used to be a
used to
good
like
student until I hit
practice.
middle school. Like until I
Nah,
hit
that shit
middle
was
school.
early. I didn't give a fuck about school. I hated school
Me
forever.
neither, dude.
Yeah,
I thought it was
fucking
bullshit,
hates.
dude.
I
Like
hate it.
just the
JT used to do
like
pretty good in school
from when I
though.
was a kid, just like a little kid, I would like that first day of like school where I had to stay all day, and then like get it over with, and then I was like, damn, I gotta go back the next day, and the next day, and the fucking next day, and then what the fuck? And then it
What
never
the?
stopped until I was fucking 18. But then like
Bro.
but they're like, I mean, like dude, it's just so weird the way like that happens,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I feel
Not
like
like
I lost ambition as soon as like going through the years. Like in elementary school, I was an honor roll student all the way, and I had like principals. I had that president's award my fifth grade year. Like I got the president's award for for my grades. And like as soon as I hit middle school, I like got A, B's, and C's. Then I hit high schools, and I got A, B, C's, D's, and F's, and I barely
yeah,
graduated. Like I barely graduated. And then I went to
Yeah.
college. Now I have like a 3.4 GPA. But I think really the reason that I fucked up so bad was because of the scheduling. Like I just can't wake up in the morning. Like it's the worst.
Yeah.
Like the worst thing about me. Like I just something about being an early riser is something that I envy about people. Like I wish I was an early riser. Like I'm always like up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and
yeah, I'm
shit.
always up
But
late.
it's not like it's not it's something I can control, and I've been trying to control, but it just happens. It just slips. I just slip up and I just like sleep mad late, and I always have to sleep between like 8 to 10 hours like
Yeah.
every day. So like I wake up mad tired. And that's why I didn't like high school. I would go to sleep around midnight or one or two, between midnight and two actually, and I wake
For
up at
real.
like 6,
Get like
and I'd just
four,
be falling
five
asleep in
hours of
class,
sleep.
dude. And like I
Yeah,
didn't learn shit. And I don't think I really had no like motivation in high school.
Dude, that's
And
the
I took
thing.
all
Like,
these hard classes, dude.
I feel like I haven't like learned or like at least like retained shit from high school. Like I took Italian for goddamn 4 years,
exactly.
and like I
Most of
barely
it,
remember.
most of it is
Bro, that's
like
funny
they're
as
like
fuck.
you're being like you're being scored. That's what school is.
Yeah.
It's like they say it's for learning, and you do learn, but at the end of the day, they're scoring you.
Yeah, dude.
You're being
It's like
what's it called?
monitored.
Yeah,
Assessed.
you're like yeah, exactly. You're being assessed.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild. And I was
I
like,
just
fuck
wish that
that.
like schools could like accommodate you for like what you're interested in.
Yeah,
Like
no, they
Exactly,
don't
I
give a
bro.
I'm
shit.
not like
If
I'm
you
not
dude, if
really
you
like a person that likes. I used to like
you gotta
math a
pay for
lot,
that. You
but
gotta
then
pay
like
for
Yeah,
that.
you gotta pay for
That
it.
yeah, it
costs money.
sucks.
That costs
Like
money.
I wish
That's the way
like
the world works.
I wish public schools can accommodate you for what you are good at
Yeah.
or what your
Yeah,
interests are.
for
Cause
real.
like it'd make it so much
A
easier for
lot more
kids to know
people would
what they
learn.
wanted to do.
For real.
Like and unfortunately that like shit costs money, like a lot of
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Yep. That's the way the world works.
Yeah, but
That
like and also
hierarchy.
like going to school like on a set time, you're having the same thing going on. Like you're fucking going to school at 6 and then going back home at 2, or if you have
Yeah,
to stay home for after school.
they get you on that monotony,
Yeah.
Yeah,
on
and
that
it's like
rhythm.
when
They
I went to
force it
college,
on
dude, I loved that freedom. Like you get to choose when you go to school. Like and that's the reason why I started doing better was because I could relax and chill and go to school at like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock in the morning, and like pay attention in school or in class actually, and like go
Right.
like have my little thing where I can just relax. I can
Like
just
it's like
chill on Thursdays.
it was optimized. You optimized it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know.
like that's why I feel like well schools can't really do that because you can't really accommodate everyone. But that was the chill
Well, I mean,
part
like
about college.
you did it to I mean to like more so than fucking public school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, it's like
for
a more
sure.
optimized. Yeah.
But yeah, like
But this.
college, I did so much better. I had like all A's and B's. Like it's just like as long as I'm like awake and like able to like stay awake, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like my class. Like, you can choose your classes too,
Hell
which is
yeah.
chill.
Yeah, that's a big one.
All right. Josh, what's your topic?
Yeah, I want to talk about the human situation. Yeah.
That's mad broad.
Well,
Dang.
hey, it's for real, but like no one talks about that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
or like they might, but like it's not really like a fucking just like something like everyday people talk about.
Yeah.
Like all like what the fuck are we? What are we doing here? Like compared to like all the rest of the life on Earth, like what are we doing? And like all this fucking like nature that we live with,
Mhm.
like
Like, what are we
how
doing?
fuck well, yeah, like what are we doing and like what separates us from like all this technology that we live with,
Damn.
you know?
I
Like
mean,
like
yeah.
if we were in nature and we didn't have shit but like just the bodies that we have and like the nature to live with, like how would we do? And like
Like currently,
yeah, or but
that would
think
be hard.
it's exactly right, but think about that. Like currently, like if we did evolve with this technology and like the thing before us that we evolved from, we're you look at that and it's like we're the aliens.
Mhm.
We've evolved.
Damn.
We've evolved into the fucking into this like into this um elevated
Super species.
right this super fuck what's the damn dude I'm going retarded right now. But this fucking this advanced intelligent species that like because I mean think about an alien. What is an alien? An alien is like a thing that is so evolved that it ex fuck it's the
Well, alien,
there's
like
a
the
word
definition for an alien is really a foreign species or like
Yeah.
being.
right. But I mean like when we think about like the aliens like it's like it's something like when you think of an alien species coming to Earth or whatever, it's like they're
Right,
so
yeah.
advanced and so evolved that they've left where they come from. They've left
Yeah.
their planet, you know. But they left their nature to go like explore another one.
Yeah.
But like we're moving in that direction, and like we're slowly
So, like,
like
what
You
you
know,
mean,
it's
like?
kind of cool that. What were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna say, like, you mean like slowly we're like becoming one with like technology, you mean? Like
it well
merging?
there right there could be,
Okay.
but I mean like yeah, there's that possibility.
Yeah.
There's
Like
always that possibility.
we're becoming what we envision as fucking aliens, like the
Exactly what I'm saying.
extraterrestrial.
Exactly
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's like we're we we're becoming the aliens, like from the future and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
You
You
just
know,
know,
like
but
what
I
we
I
think about
like
it?
think about like all the other like species that live on the planet. They don't nothing on the planet wears clothes or drives fucking cars or uses technology other than like the
Right.
few that they have in laboratories that they're like exceptions, but those are like studied. But that's exactly what we do. We come here and we monitor all the fucking like all the species and we like learn as much as we can we're the intelligent fucking aliens that came here and invaded.
Yeah.
Right.
You,
And
you
like
know something that I always
that's just
found
in our
weird?
nature.
Like,
What's that?
whenever you go back into like religious texts, like from
Right.
any, like almost any religion, they
It's all
always
like
have like
the
shit
same
going
common
on in the
thing.
sky.
Right.
Like, kind of like weird. Like this is kind of more to the aliens topic. Like, you
Yeah.
always find that really weird. Like, you have multiple religions, right, that point back to centuries before, like, right?
Uh
And
huh.
like, you have like people always like in every single text, and like back then you couldn't really travel between countries, right? So like, I always found it weird that like people always look to the sky as like kind of like a point of like the sky as, or they treat the sky as God,
Yeah.
or like they always see shit. Like I always found it weird, like you know, people like good examples like Ezekiel's wheel, like a UFO, like a disc flying in the sky and shit, like, and people saw it. Like, I always thought that was weird, you know, that like every religion has something about like aliens. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like they've probably been here before. Like,
Absolutely.
But I think it's
there's
because
like
like
there's no way it could be that, like it could be that. It's like it's too much of a coincidence. I
I
mean,
think it's
like,
because like people
Yeah.
they like when they look up to the sky, they see it as like almost like untouchable, like a higher kind of being. So like I feel like that's why they
yeah,
Yeah.
always like look up to it.
And it's like
that's pretty
it's where
interesting.
the
Like,
sun
if you
is,
think about
like
it.
the source of our like the warmth.
Yeah.
It's like this life force that
Yeah.
like shines above us, that rules above us.
Yeah.
Like no matter what we can do, it's never gonna stop rising and setting in this. You know, there's no, and then there's the moon and like
Yeah.
this night sky with the stars. You look at that and it's like, what the fuck is that? Because have you? What about Polaris?
Mm.
You know, like if we're on an axis and like the North Star is always in line with the North Pole, and doesn't they say that the axis wobbles?
Yeah.
Why doesn't Polaris like wobble?
No idea. Honestly.
Like yeah, it's yeah,
There's like a lot of shit going on, dude, that we just don't know about.
For real.
exactly right. And like there's so it's like it makes you think, were we like we're moving away from humanity with our we're becoming so smart that we're stupid. It's like we're
Mm.
so smart we don't even see what's right in front of us. And like
Okay.
if we were
I
humans,
always
if we grew
like
up as humans just living in nature like an animal, we would look out at the horizon and think that the earth is flat. We would think that the world below us is flat
Yeah.
because it's a flat line from where we can see
well,
it. But with science and
well
NASA and all this shit, they say that the Earth is round. And I'm not saying it's not round or anything. I'm just saying from my point of view, I've never seen the thing that I'm standing on. I've never seen it turn into a ball.
Okay.
That's all
what
I'm saying. And all
this is kind of like off topic, but you guys
yeah
think that like do you ever hear like people saying that millennials are just a lost cause?
yeah
Like,
Yeah.
do you ever just like I've always wondered that, like, are we really? Do you guys think we are like a lost generation? Cause we have all this like information at like
well
at the palm of our hands and shit, and like. My dad likes to talk mad shit about millennials. He's always like, millennials are a lost cause. You know, you guys don't have ambition or anything. And I'm like, I was thinking about it. I feel like we're probably the most open generation, like
That
thus far. We're very open.
like that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like for our generation, like with like on the topic of like smartphones and shit like that, it's so easy to get like the news and be in touch with like what's going on in the world and shit like that. Like more than
yeah
ever before. So like I feel like we're more
it's,
in touch with
we're
like shit
we're
like
be,
that.
right. It's like we're becoming a new type of human.
Yeah.
A new like it's like the next on the fucking chart of evolution.
Yeah.
It's like it's this is just like the beginning stages. So like
But
it's like
do you guys
it's like
think we're
a
as
great time to
laborious
be
as
alive.
previous generations?
As
As
what?
what is?
Like, as like, do like like baby boomers like to pride themselves as being like laborious or like kind of like
Man,
being the concrete
fuck the baby
foundation of
boomers.
how we are
He
today.
said, "Fuck the baby boom."
And like, do you guys think that we're
I
as
think that putting
laborious
labels
as
on
like
it
other
is
generations?
bullshit. I
I
think
mean,
that it's just it all goes with the time of, and like what's going on. That's all that happens. Once you put labels on it and start like putting like well, you're a millennial, so I fucking
Yeah,
my hope's gone with you.
yeah,
It's like looking at it
I
like
don't.
that.
I
It's like
really don't
it's
understand why like you can just pinpoint like the downfall of like humanity with
exactly you
generations. I
can't do
feel
that.
it's just so
A lot of
stupid.
them are just talking shit and like
that's
Yeah,
what
I'm
it is.
like,
That's what it boils it
I was
down
just
to.
telling
like
my
that's
dad
all
like
it is.
we're
You
probably
s-
the most open generation. Like we know so much now.
Yeah,
Like especially from the mistakes you guys have made.
for real.
So like I'm pretty sure that we're just being smart. I mean like I can understand like in a way they're saying that millennials are more like socially awkward because of like
I'm sure.
of social media and just the presence of the internet and smartphones and
Yeah,
Right.
computers. We
It's a
like
it's
I
a
heard
different type of
like they're saying
interaction
some
now.
they're saying something about how like we're going outside less and just
Yeah,
like we would rather be on our phones and our like
I see that
video games
happening.
and shit.
yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
do.
definitely true.
Every kid you see on the street has a tablet.
yeah,
And I was like, when we were kids, we didn't really have that shit. And that's what's crazy is like we were like
Yeah,
we were the last kids to like experience something like
yeah,
Right,
that's
that.
funny. That's
and
funny.
that's why I
And
think
that's what
we're
I'm saying.
straight.
This new type of humans being created, like they're all kids right now, but like when they're adults, they're gonna have experienced a different world than what we did.
yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, dude.
And how many of them even know like what goes like what's even in
They,
the thing that they're using?
they don't. They just see it as fucking this thing that's normal to them. They're
yeah,
they're they're becoming like aliens. It's
yeah.
just normal life.
Bro, that's crazy. Like
So like,
and I
go ahead.
yeah, I kind of wanted to ask this like so do you think that we're I mean, actually this is kind of like a two-part question, but like do you guys believe in evolution, the theory of evolution?
I believe like it's just change in what's happening
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Yeah,
Back
I
then
definitely believe in that.
it was just normal. But I mean that's the same thing. Evolution is just the name for that.
yeah.
Right.
It's just a word. That's all it is.
Like I feel like we're
Once
So
changing
do
every
you,
day, kind of.
absolutely, it's
so
always
you don't think
evolving.
technology is kind of hindering that, like that we we're done evolving now that we
I
have
don't
all this technology?
I don't think it's a
I think it's
hindrance.
more being adaptive.
Yeah, it's
But I
just
think
a time of adaptation.
technology is making it better. I feel like.
It could in some ways, but people could also argue it the other way. And
Yeah,
that's what that is. That's like spectrum. There's
yeah.
a gradient like spectrum. There's people like extreme all the way to the right and extreme all the way to the left, whatever.
Well, because it depends like how you use that technology.
And that too. There's people with good intentions and
Yeah,
bad intentions, right?
yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Damn.
I don't know. It just like makes me wonder like in like 20 years or even like I don't know 10 years like where like humans like where will we be in like that short amount of time? Like how like I don't know just how our bodies are gonna change and shit like that. Like I always think about like robots and shit like that, like prosthetics and stuff like that. Like how
We're
Yeah.
physically
going to
different we're gonna
Mars.
be. Huh?
Like,
I
like
mean, we're going to Mars soon.
Yeah.
yeah. Or
That's
so they
crazy. Like
say.
we're going
I
to
don't
a different
a lot of what
planet, dude.
NASA. NASA though, I don't know.
Like shout out, like for real. Like I'm so grateful for like the space age. Like we wouldn't without the space age, we would not have the technology that we have today, for sure.
Yeah.
Like I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, anything
Feel
else to
that.
add, man?
I do.
So that's
Uh,
all.
I guess. Guess that's it.
Alright.
Hey,
Alright, that
Okay.
feels good, man, that we finally fucking got this shit done.
for real, this has been delayed so many times. You guys don't know. Like, this has
Yeah,
been
Yeah.
delayed several times.
yeah,
Over and over and over.
for real, dude. Alright, so I guess that is it for the first episode of the Glass Panel Podcast. I want to thank you guys for watching and tuning in to us just talk about some random stuff.
Yeah.
For real, man. We really appreciate it. Um, Next week we'll have more topics. I think hopefully we'll all like be playing GTA and just kind of bullshitting around too.
Hey.
Yeah, that'd be chill. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
you guys got any closing thoughts? Want to say something?
If your power goes out, it's the man trying to keep you down.
Yo, that's what it fucking was, dude. Like we turned on that always allow thing, and the people have just been like watching us
They've
ever
been
since, man.
tuning in. For real. That's it. They tune in, bro. More
Yeah,
people will tune in.
for real.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Always keep your fucking toast buttered. That's right.
Uh, don't eat ass. For real, don't do that.
I mean, that's it. Yeah.
And
Yeah, shout out to the
Always
internet.
carry hand sanitizer. Shut up. Shut up.
Bro,
and Kumar's mom beat his ass.
Bro, we don't need to go there. We seriously don't.
Choked him
Alright.
out.
Alright, we'll catch you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.